Hi, I'm Clifton Warren, and welcome to the Top Producer Podcast. Your client mix. I often find that too many firms and professionals do not spend the time to determine the nature of their client base. Thus, they end up with either lots of clients in one area, too few in others, or too many undesirable clients that simply don't provide them the return on investment. Your current client mix represents the current and future revenue sources, and you need to study this 6 monthly, annually to leverage this to make sure you have the right resources and strategies in place. Your clients mix can come of one of three categories. You can have a volume mix, a cluster mix, or a diverse mix. And all three have their advantages and disadvantages. So with the volume mix, your advantage is that your risk is spread. So if one client leaves your business, it's not a disaster. The workload is shared and you have wide exposures. The downside is it's labor intensive because you're dealing with volumes and transactions. You need to employ staff and for phones to handle email inquiries and so forth. The second type is a cluster client mix. And by the way, if 20% of your clients generate 80% of your revenues, you have a cluster base. Otherwise, you more likely have a volume client base. With a cluster client base, the advantages are specialization. You're able to specialize in 1, 2, 3, 4 categories. That makes it easier to train staff. The downside is it can be expensive to replace staff if they should leave because your knowledge is so concentrated in just a few vertical markets that you spent the time and money on training staff in that area. The third type is a diverse client mix. And this is the one I advocate for my clients. You want to build a diverse base, which is the best of both worlds, both volume and cluster. The advantages of a good diverse base is that your risk is spread. You have less interruption. That means by that if one sector or parts of the economy aren't working very well, you have other sectors that will. And you grow faster because you have a diverse range of businesses within your client base. The downside is it can become routine and competition is nipping at your heels in a diverse client base because you probably have some great clients in there. But it's still, in my opinion, the best kind of client base to have for your business because it allows you to specialize as well as the volume. When it comes to specialization, you want to have 3, 4, 5 great niche markets that you're known for, that you go deep on, and then the rest is your general business. But regardless of your mix, you want to at least every year, every 6 months, review it, leverage it, employ your strategies in place, and making sure that you're maximizing your client base to its full potential. I'm Clifton Warren. Thanks for listening.